You have something to do.
Mm-hmm. Or I'll put dishes away because I don't have to turn lights on. Nothing with lights, nothing with the screen.
See, when I'm stressed out, I like having something to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but when the house is clean, I get stressed out because there's nothing to clean. I'm like Monica on Friends.
So then matters around messing things up for you.
Yes, exactly.
It actually works out really well because Monica was the one I always wanted to end up with.
You did like Monica, which it was
She
surprising
was so
to me.
high-strung.
She was.
Oh,
And
that's all right.
and this is why this is offensive to me.
Why
you
is that
think-
offensive to you? We did end up together.
Yeah,
No,
but Monica's kind of crazy.
You're the one who just said you're like Monica.
Do you think that your wife is high-strung?
Thank you, Betsy.
No.
Are you saying that only because she's sitting next to you?
Thank you, Betsy.
Obviously not. Folks, as you can tell, this is a very special episode of Hi, I'm Matt,
And I'm Betsy.
and this is Guy Talks.
Girl rolls her eyes.
And that is because we have our second ever live in the studio guest, who is, as the unedited B-roll implies, my wife, Carolyn. Say hi, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
Good job.
Hi, can I just say, I didn't realize I was the second guest. I really thought I was the first.
That's actually what
Well-
she's been mouthing to me as you were doing the
Yeah.
intro. Who's the
And
first?
Here's the thing. You would know that were you part of our global audience.
It's very difficult. I really need to sit down at a time where I can concentrate
Right.
on these podcasts.
Once
It's
we
probably because we say such really deep, in-depth things that she really needs to process through
Absolutely.
the groundbreaking
Right.
material
And I
we are
hear-
covering.
And I hear about it all later anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, had you made it past episode 1, you would know that our first live in the studio guest was Valet Cardenas. Did I just say Valet Cardenas? Cardenas.
Yeah, you're going to get called out on that
Yeah,
one.
I'm gonna be in big trouble. Anyway,
That's not one
Valet.
of the 3 Spanish words you're allowed to say out
No.
loud.
Anyway, she was a celebrity guest.
I don't know if she was a celebrity
Well,
guest.
she is now. Now she's the celebrity. And now you are.
Well, I still feel special. That being said, I still feel special.
I also want to point out that
being
this
on
was
your
a
show.
request on my behalf, that you be our co-host.
Appreciate that, Betsy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you got my back.
Thanks for
Always.
taking all the credit for that. So this is an exciting episode. We have a cool topic, and by cool I mean about as cool as I was in high school.
It's actually mortifying.
That is a very high bar, as anyone who met me in high school knows, because my coolness factor was off the charts.
You know, I actually didn't know you in high school, and I'm willing to bet that that whole sentence was a lie.
It's a really good thing that there's alcohol in the studio this time, finally. Because I
I
think,
didn't know if we were allowed to say that, so I just...
oh, sure.
Okay.
Although we do a lot of our audience, a healthy portion of our audience, pastors. So they may
Let's
be.
also clarify, it's not like you're taking shots of tequila right now. You're drinking champagne
We're
out of
very-
a dainty little glass.
We're very fancy.
Yeah, it's true. We are very fancy in the studio today.
Welcome to the studio.
You are drinking...
Yeah. And also, I
I'm
think
drinking-
most of
I'm
the.
drinking this water out of this lovely teacup.
I also don't think any of the pastors that listen to our podcast are teetotalers. I guess I should say that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the average pastor has a beer now and then. I think you would need one. Doing a job like that.
You keep looking at me like I'm going to confirm this for you,
Well,
but I
you-
don't know the answer to this.
You're the person in my life that knows the most pastors. So I just
Yeah, but
assume,
like, believe it or not, that's not what we discussed.
like, if I wanted insight on people who knit, I would be looking at my wife right now. She knows more people that knit than I do.
That is true.
So she's
know
my
what it
she's
is.
my go-to knitting expert.
Okay, can I tell you guys a story?
I wish you would.
So a while back, when my brother and I were in middle school, I suppose, we went to a camp, and Alex didn't quite know when when girls specifically would be flirting with him, and so many times he would have to come back and ask me.
I had that problem for many years.
You still, honey, don't know when people are flirting with you. There's another story there. Your
boy.
sister was witness to this. I think it's hilarious, and I like it a little bit. Anyway, so
A little bit.
we were at camp, And I remember Alex seeking me out during a lunch or dinner or something and said, "Oh my gosh, Carolyn, this girl just came up to me and she asked me a question." I said, "Well, what did she ask you?" He goes, "She asked me if I could show her how to tight roll her pants." Because tight rolling was
'Cause
a
that
really
was the
big
in thing.
Because that was
this
the in
is
thing back
appropriate
then.
to our topic. Good
Well,
job.
All
you
the
know.
cool kids were tight rolling.
Yeah, and I got really excited for him. And I said, "Yeah, that's awesome. She's totally flirting with you." And he said, "Carolyn, show me how to tight roll pants." So I had to show him.
Shamed your brother on the podcast.
He's in Germany. Well, you
Well,
do have a global audience.
yeah.
I
We
apologize.
do have a global
You're right.
audience.
Yeah.
Also, we should just take this moment to say,
I think we should wait till the end.
you want to save it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
save it.
All right.
I'm very interested
I
in what's
wanna-
about to happen.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of Facebook engagement lately, and there's some
Oh,
important
that.
shout outs that need to be made.
Yes. I think we just save that.
So anyway, folks, our topic this time around on the podcast. By the way, I've decided to start saying this time around rather than this week because that implies we're going to knock out an episode every week, and that feels like a stretch.
Although we've been doing it so far.
We're doing it so far, but we're about to enter a pretty busy time
true.
in our collective lives at Focus Training, and I think it's time to start setting the bar a little lower.
So like you in high school.
There you go.
We're going to
Nice
set it at high school mat level.
way to bring it back around.
Yeah.
So our topic this time around is high school fashion. And I think where we're going with this, and I guess we'll see, is not the current fashion of high school aged students, although
we may dabble.
There's
a
there's
few
some stuff
comments to
talk
be made about
Yes.
that. But more interestingly, I suspect, the fashion that was our high school experience.
Yeah, it was something.
That's
Now,
interesting.
I just want to say the reason that this topic was selected is that Betsy recently graced certain select members of her friend group with
Which both of you were in.
Right.
Both of you
Thank
have
you.
seen.
with exposure to a very special picture of her in high school.
My senior picture.
What's one of your senior
That's how
pictures?
special it is.
Yeah.
You look like a 14-year-old in that picture. I thought that was an 8th grade graduation shot.
No, that was my high school graduation.
Wow. Well, youthful. No
Thank
wonder you
you.
still look so
I
youthful.
have to say, it was a really cute picture. I'm
Minus-
just, wear a hat, and you just Photoshop in a hat. That would have been a great picture.
So for those of you that will never see this picture, because I have not yet convinced Betsy to put it on the Facebook page, I'm going to work on it. But if you don't get a chance to see it, it features a apparently senior in high school aged Betsy with
Yeah, so I was, what, 18?
spiky gel spiked boy hair,
And you had like a little thing coming down right your forehead, like that
Yes.
kind of.
Well,
like a
and
little colic.
I
Right.
feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what you
but it
might
looked like it
or
was intentional.
forelock, like a little
it wasn't
intentional
intentional.
forelock.
It actually
Well, it
looked
wasn't. It looked like it was.
well good.
Well played, Betsy.
The piece you might have missed is perhaps the most ironic of all the pieces of the photo. Is the clip that I wore in it, like the bobby pin, to hold back
think I saw.
literally no hair. There was no hair to hold back. Yet I distinctly remember finding one bobby pin that I liked, and then I went and bought like all of them that the store had because if I would have lost it, I wouldn't have been able to like
Sure.
show myself in public.
Well, that's actually really smart strategy, I will
it-
say. There are many times when I've thought to myself, man, I wish I had bought 2 of those shirts. And in this case, there it is. She's showing
There
us the
she-
picture
there she
again
is.
right now.
Oh yeah, there is a clip. I didn't notice that.
It's a really nice clip. It's so irrelevant, but
Yeah, there's no purpose for it. I don't know why.
Do you guys remember just being so excited, whether in high school or middle school, to wear that new outfit or that you think, I don't know, that you just look so good in or that you just bought or whatever, that you're so excited to wear it and you wear it and it was a total letdown? Like either you got made fun of for wearing it
Or no one
or
complimented it.
nobody commented on it.
Yeah.
But I had comments on, they were baggy pants and they were long, because I had a short pant complex, and that's another story in itself. And then I'd wear like little short sleeveless tops. And one of my friends always told me that I looked like our French teacher. That's something that our French teacher would wear.
that sounds really nice.
Well, did
That
you like
sounds
your
like
French
a-
teacher?
Well, I liked her, but I didn't want to be a teacher. I mean, I was 15.
Right.
You look just like an old lady,
Yeah.
is what they were basically
Oh, was she
saying.
old? My French
Well,
teacher was
no.
young and fun.
Oh, but when you're in high school, everybody's old.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to be compared to as a French teacher. I just wanted to be cool.
My French teacher was. I'm not even going to say a nice woman. She
yelled
was
at
an
you guys,
interesting
didn't she?
woman. Yeah, she used to yell at us all the time. And she, of course, she dressed like the way you would expect an elementary school art teacher to dress.
Oh, did she wear those necklaces that are made out of wood?
Yes.
Like with apples on them and stuff?
like eccentric flowered dresses.
Yes,
But
yes.
not pretty ones, like obnoxious
like jumpers?
ones. Yeah, jumpers.
Yeah,
There were jumpers.
Jumpers.
with turtlenecks underneath,
With printed for the seasons.
worn with
Mm-hmm.
tennis shoes.
And she used to,
Fourth grade
when she got
teacher.
frustrated with us, she would yell at us and say, "Ferme la bouche! Mamma mia, che faccia la bruta!" It was something. It had
Which
some-
is Italian.
Which is
It was
weird.
Italian. Ferme la bouche is French for
French.
shut up, and
Right.
and the other I think was Italian for get back in your cages, you beasts, or something like that. I'm not really sure, but she used to call us beasts a lot and tell us to get back in our cages. I pulled myself out of French 3.
Yeah.
Pulled yourself out of.
Yeah, I went down to the guidance counselor and told him I couldn't do it anymore.
And your parents were okay with that?
I was a very independent young
Like
man.
you
I
only-
didn't even
you
tell them
only-
about it.
I think you only need 2 years of foreign language.
Correct.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, your parents. I tried to cancel some classes, and my parents had fits.
Well, your dad was a military guy. He
Was.
had a lot more direct control over your life than my parents did. They were kind of like, whatevs.
It is true. I mean, it is true. My parents used to tell me
He
that
owned
they owned
you.
me.
Yeah.
Mhm. I used to get really upset.
Oh, yeah, my parents never said that to me.
And then when
my
my
dad
dad-
would say things like, "Do you still want to live in this house? Do you still want us to,
It was a bargaining situation.
honestly, it was all I needed. Like,
My dad then told me that when I got married, that my husband would then own me.
Winner.
I mean, he was joking
Deed transferred.
somewhat.
I accept title to this property.
huh.
So
Well, this just took a weird turn. Let's go ahead and turn it
as
right
it
back.
often does. So
to high
well, we
school
have been
fashion.
talking about high school, and so here's what I want to say: the hair you're exhibiting in that picture was also my hair for a time in high school. And we went to high school at a similar time, not the same time. I
No,
don't
you're
think.
older than me.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah.
Wait, but we were in high school at the same time,
yes.
right?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, because I graduated in '99.
And I graduated in 2001.
Okay, yeah. So there was some overlap,
Right.
but there was a period of time, what I refer to as my raver period. And for those of
Ooh.
you that can't see, I'm doing air quotes when I do that. This was when Blink 182 was a really big deal,
yeah.
and
Ooh,
I
please
was
tell me you wore a spiked
super
necklace.
into the
My
Blink
brother did.
182.
My poor
I did
brother.
not have a spike necklace, but I did wear baggy cargo pants
Uh-huh.
with lots of little like loops on them and stuff.
Well, it's so important. How else are you going to carry your hammer around
Right.
with you to class?
Not carpenter pants, Betsy.
I wore carpenter pants.
Cargo pants, and they were.
I'm sorry. It's so important that you have all those pockets that
Yes.
you can put all of your little
I had a lot of things to put in those
green
pockets.
army men in and stuff.
Your cell phone, because you were one of those.
I did
kids.
have a
Your
cell phone.
pager.
I did have a cell phone. It was it was a huge brick, and
Like a Zach Morris.
Oh yeah,
phone.
yeah. It was thick. It was a Samsung, and it weighed. I'm gonna say like 0.8 pounds. I think I remember.
That's a heavy phone.
It was big. It was big. It looked like when you go to the ballpark and you get a hot dog. It was that size and shape, like it was like
a
of the
car
bun.
phone. Like, do you
Like of
remember
the-
the old car
Yeah, it was
phones?
like that, and the charger weighed even more than the phone.
Do you carry
because-
the charger in your other car?
Yeah, put it in the
Well,
other
yeah, but
pocket
you
to
had it
balance.
lopsided,
to
right?
balance the
Even that
weight. No, now these cargo pants were nylon
Were they zip-offs?
or polyester,
Zip
maybe.
offs.
You know, where you
Yes, zip off at the knees.
So, like, just in case
So
it
they could be
becomes
shorts,
warm during the
emergency
day.
shorts.
Emergency shorts.
They were also bright orange.
Well, of course they were.
Yes.
Everybody needs a pair of bright
And I
orange
wore
cargos.
them with skin tight bro tanks.
Which
With
You were
with
little.
with a long sleeve shirt on top of the bro tank.
you were a tiny
Tiny human.
human.
Tiny human.
So those must have been like extra small.
Oh God!
They were
yes,
probably like the size
like
of my-
child size
Yeah.
bro tanks.
Where did you buy them? Did
The
you
kids
did you
section.
buy them?
Oh, I'm sure I requested that my
Yeah.
mom buy them. There was a lot of shopping at Kohl's when I was
Oh, well, yeah.
a child.
Affordable?
So, my mom still shops.
Your
at
mom
Kohl's. She
still
still
shops
brings
at
me
Kohl's.
stuff from Kohl's
My
because
mom
she's
also
got like
shops at
the
Kohl's.
Yeah.
platinum gold card. I don't know, some kind of
You
crazy.
get Kohl's cash.
Yes,
yeah, she
Kohl's
gets
cash.
things for
She
Gabe that
loves the
are
Kohl's cash.
just so expensive, or Kohl's
Yeah.
expensive shirts, and then she will be so proud. I got this for 50 cents because of Kohl's cash and everything else.
Hey.
I know.
So it was around that same time that I was rocking that same hairstyle. The primary difference between my spiky hairstyle and your spiky hairstyle,
Is that I was a girl.
that's an important difference as
Yes,
well. But
yeah.
but purely from a hair perspective, the primary difference was mine was neon blue.
Oh yeah, mine is actually dyed in that photo. That is not my natural hair color.
Oh, it's dark.
It's red in that
Oh,
picture.
is that red?
I mean, not red like
Yeah.
Right.
red.
You weren't a faux ginger.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like red like neon blue, but
Right.
it was like hair color red. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell in the lighting of that picture.
Well,
in the lighting of that picture taken in a professional studio.
God, I'm
This-
so uncool. I wasn't
yeah.
allowed to dye my hair until, I don't know, after college.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have been allowed to in college.
My parents laughed at me, don't get me wrong. They thought it was a ridiculous idea. But their attitude about my hair and any of my fashion choices was always, you got to live with it. So do whatever you want, but we reserve the right to make fun of you once you do it.
when I was growing up, I have an older brother who is 3 years older than me, 2 years older than me, and so his
So
friends.
he's our age.
He is no, he's got to be older than that.
When did he graduate high school?
He graduated when I was a freshman, so 98, I guess he
Okay.
would have graduated.
Okay.
So he's a
Oh,
year
Oh,
older
really
than me.
close, yeah.
And so Jimmy's friends would always, come over to the house, and they had some of the most interesting haircuts of people that I'd ever seen up until that point. And my dad would always be really generous and offer to help them fix their haircuts by giving them money and telling them to go back. And one of the haircuts that my brother's friend had was like he shaved half of his head and he shaved the other half, and it was like a mohawk, but it was like shoulder length mohawk, so it would just
Oh, yeah,
flop.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I
it would just
remember that.
flop.
Like metalhead kind of stuff.
And so he
I
came
still kinda
over.
like that look.
He came over one day.
It's coming back.
I know it is.
It's back.
For girls.
And my dad
Yeah.
saw him and offered him $20 and told him to go back to the barbershop because clearly they didn't finish and that he should go and get that finished.
$20, that's
So
like
did he take
2
the money?
haircuts back then.
I don't think he took the money, but he did think it was funny and they joked about it.
I wish I could be that adventurous right now. There's like this baby doll pink color that I really love, and I would love that to be my hair color for a little while. And I also very much like that look of shaved on one side and flopped on another. Short, like kind of short though,
Yeah.
but kind of, I don't know what that look
As
is called.
somebody who's often worn really
She's gonna judge
short
me.
hair as a female, I'm going to go ahead and say just appreciate it on other people, okay? Because what happens is as soon as you cut it off, all you want to do is put it in a ponytail. That's literally all you want to do.
So cut it out as in like shave, like you're saying don't shave. 'Cause
I'm
you're
saying don't even pixie cut it, Yeah.
Yeah.
You always want what you don't have.
That's
I-
true.
We talked about that.
I
yeah.
will
That's
say, I think you should totally do color.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
I think it's a great idea, and you work at a place that would totally allow it. It
And now-
would be no big deal,
But
and there's
now it's
no
not-
risk.
But
right
now it's not exciting anymore. When I worked at a 5-diamond hotel company, like I wanted to be different.
So you
and do
wanted to
something
dye your hair
else.
so you could get fired?
No, I wanted to do it just to be different. I might be wearing pantyhose and pearl earrings, but I'd like
So
to do something different.
this brings us back to high school.
So I'm the
because
only one who's different now at Colectivo.
now you could do it to fit in with the cool kids.
No, I don't.
Oh,
That's true.
yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Did you guys ever make a fashion choice in an attempt to fit in with the cool kids? Like to an intentional choice to try to be cooler?
I don't know if you saw the picture.
Wait, that was a choice to try to be. You were like, this will make me cool.
No, but I'm pretty sure that demonstrates the fact that I never had any hope of being cool.
I can empathize
Like I
with that.
literally skated through all 4 years of high school being the chatty girl. Like that's just who I was. Like volunteered for everything.
What happened?
President of a bunch of
Grew her
things,
hair back.
Yeah.
and was just like the chatty, most school spirited girl.
Did you win that award?
I did, in fact. Yeah, I did. Yeah, pictures in the yearbook for that too.
Good job.
Putting
Yeah.
pictures in the yearbook.
I never wanted to. Did you work on the yearbook team too?
No.
Is that okay?
No.
I never really was excited. I had a really good group of friends in high school, so I always felt connected with people, but I never liked the idea of fitting in, of being uniform. I liked being a little bit different, but I didn't want to do that on purpose. Like I cared, but I didn't. If the best friend necklaces were a trend, I didn't want one. Kind of,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
I feel like I was I didn't have. I mean, I had good friends in high school, and there's many of them are still my good friends. But there was definitely a period of time in high school where I was thinking a lot about what it would take to become cooler, because I was definitely swimming in the shallow end of the cool pool.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I was playing
Yeah,
Dungeons and
Magic.
Dragons, Magic the Gathering. We were like LARPing before LARPing was cool.
Oh, you were the
Here's one of
initial
those.
LARPers.
I don't think we invented it, but we
Well,
were
no,
definitely
but-
doing it on our own without knowing it existed. So like co-inventors, let's say.
We'll take some of the credit.
Yeah, but a lot of my fashion choices were now in reflection certainly a cry for help or a cry for attention.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It was,
and everybody
hey
did
everyone,
back
look
then.
at me.
Yeah.
You know, the blue hair. That's couldn't be more obvious. So there's nothing subtle about that. Like, hey, look at the kid with blue hair. Because this was not a time when blue hair was typical. Now you go to high schools and every girl, every like cool tweener girl has a big streak of pink or a big streak of blue or whatever.
Or dyed it gray,
Or dyed it gray,
white.
which is a very
the gray,
interesting,
The gray is a strange trend to me. Like,
See,
really strange.
I really love it. I really like a bluish gray. I like color. I like some. I don't like
Yes, but
anime,
you-
I do like that.
It's a
kinda
very
femme
cosplay
fatale
move, definitely.
kinda-
It's
yeah.
very anime.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that cartoony kind of.
yeah, I guess, I have enough gray that I cover up. I'm not looking to ever dye it back. And
Yeah.
to do that when you're 15 just doesn't
I
make
know.
sense to me.
Well, but it's a very 15, 16-year-old thing to do when you feel immortal. You don't believe you're ever going to be old.
Yeah.
And so you just flaunt it. You're like, let me just pretend that I will always look this good. So let me just go ahead and dye my hair the way my grandmother's hair looks right now, because it's different and cool and funky. Because you know what? In 2 weeks, or I don't know how long does girls' hair take girls' hair takes a long time to come back, right?
Well, you just dye it.
You just
back.
re-dye it,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, but for me, when I dyed my hair blue, I did not do that because I was a teenage boy who had no idea how this worked.
Yes, but you could just buzz
So then
it
I
all
just had
off.
like cool, super cool blue tips for a long time on my otherwise brown hair. Because what looks cooler than brown hair with blue tips? Not many things, I'll tell you what. Pretty neat.
Notice neither of us are supporting this.
No.
No.
So another phase I went through after the raver phase was I went hardcore preppy. And and this was
And never turn back.
Nope.
not much,
Found a
not
home.
much.
Found a home there.
But I remember high school is also, I think, an age where certain people are prone to hyperbole. So they decide, I never do this, or I always do that. Like you're trying so hard.
absolutes,
Yeah, you're trying so hard to craft your own identity and to like define yourself that you make these absolute statements that are really silly. But there was a period of 2 years in high school where I said, I don't wear jeans. Jeans are
For common people.
right. Like I'm fancy. I don't
Your
wear
own
jeans.
Project Runway. Do you ever watch Project Runway?
No.
Okay, never mind.
So
Does she never wear jeans?
She doesn't own a pair of pants. She's a mom, and she doesn't own a pair of pants. She doesn't own a pair of jeans. She wears any other kind of pants out there, but she, for years, I mean, this was like on like 20 years, like just doesn't wear jeans.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this was me in high school. No jeans. I didn't, for a very significant stretch of time, I didn't dress casually. I would wear, or for a high school student.
How would you be taken seriously if you dressed
Right?
like all the other kids?
Honestly,
every
it was
day?
like a job interview.
Every
Dressing for a
day.
job. I would wear my Deca blazer to school, for those of you that know what Deca is.
Gosh, you.
And
Oh,
and my
special.
button-up shirt and tie.
I never knew this
my
when we were
khakis.
dating, by the way.
That was super
See?
cool.
You gotta hide some things. You gotta save some
Gotta
secrets
save
for
it.
later.
Yeah.
He was always afraid that we would never have any secrets to tell the longer we were married.
Yeah, we
Guess
did talk
what?
about that. I
We were
worry
worried
about
about
the
that.
day, and I don't think it'll ever come, but I worry about the day when you get
Stuff
to
like this.
where you get to a point and you've learned everything about the other person, and
I
then
th-
every story is just a repeat.
No, I think then you just start making up stuff.
Oh, I've already begun in anticipation.
Well, there you go. It's called imagination.
Keeping you on your toes.
It's my favorite nation.
That's right. It's your favorite of the nations.
I remember once yelling at my best friend, not yelling at my best friend, but she didn't have any jeans to wear to school. and we were next door neighbors, and she came to my house that morning and said, I don't know, like she stained her pants or something in that morning, and she said, can I wear a pair of your jeans? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And she put on a pair of my favorite jeans. They were, of course, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Of
Oh,
course.
And they had that
wow.
one little loop, you know?
Yeah.
And they had already started fraying at the bottom, which was,
Oh.
no, but that was the cool part, because you just wore them in just enough to make it
Perfect.
look, yeah, to make it not look perfect, but make it look a little edgy too, like, so you just, you know, like you weren't trying too hard, and I made her take them off. That's the kind of best friend I am. I said, you can't wear those are my favorite jeans. She, Carrie, I was called Carrie. She
Yeah.
said, Carrie, you don't have, I need a pair of pants. I'm like, you can wear something else. You can't wear those pants. And I didn't let her wear them.
Go grab those orange nylon cargo pants from the back of the closet.
They zip off in case
I
it
think she
hits
was
70
mad at me
today.
for like a week. It's a long time in high school.
She may still be stewing about it.
Could be.
Girls are crazy.
Yeah, we are, but
Boys are
we're-
kind of crazy
I think we're
too.
okay.
No, boys are dumb.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah. This is what I've learned. I used to say this all the time in high school and college. Is that I think the male-female thing is pretty simple once you break it down. Generally speaking, and this is a gross generalization, but generally speaking,
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah,
up
I'm really
front.
curious what's about to come out.
Yeah.
guys are dumb and girls are crazy.
I'm
Guys,
okay
guys
with
are
that.
idiots and
We-
girls are insane.
We are a little crazy, Betsy.
We do, yeah, there's some crazy in there.
I feel bad for
Yeah.
it. Sometimes the next day I wake up and say, I'm so sorry for yesterday. I don't even know why.
I know.
Like, I just feel like I need to apologize.
And you do.
And I do. And you say, it's okay.
I've
Yeah.
never done that before.
You've
Oh,
ne-
what, apologize
never
or be
apologized.
crazy?
I've done both of those things. Poor Matt's dealt with it lots of times.
So let's talk for a second about modern high school kids, because
This is good.
we see a lot of these folks in our line of work, and
I actually just went to my cousin's 16th birthday party last weekend.
oh, do tell.
She had her hair dyed a couple of different colors, and it was really cute. I thought it looked really cute.
Like, what kind of colors?
It was sort of like a brown at the top, and then it fades into like bleach blonde at the very bottom.
cool.
So it was
I
an
like that.
ombre.
Is that is that what they call it?
That's what
they
Alyssa
call it.
told me the other day, because this girl at one of our training programs had hair that was brown at the top and faded to a. And I thought she just like dyed her hair blonde a long time ago and was waiting for it to
No.
grow out. And
No.
Alyssa was like, "No, that's intentional. It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
it's called ombre."
Yeah. So
Wow.
so that's what my cousin had. And she was wearing Adidas pants, which apparently are still a thing. They were a thing when we were
Oh,
in
that's
high
what
school.
you're saying. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And-
like track pants.
But like sweatpant version.
Got it.
And like this t-shirt and a backwards trucker cap.
Nice.
And giant glasses, but she doesn't actually need glasses, I don't believe.
Right.
And then her friend
Like giant nerd glasses or sunglasses.
No, giant, like, yeah, with just clean glass in them, clear
Right.
glass.
Yeah.
And then her friend came over and was wearing, like, jean cutoffs, but they were cut off below the knee, but not long enough to be like a capri.
Were they tight?
They were tight.
They were skinny.
Oh yeah, jorts are totally
don't-
back,
it-
which is so gross
But I don't think
to
that,
me.
I'm not sure that counts as a jort because they were longer than her knee. They were like a weird length.
But those
Yeah,
are the
I
kind
don't
of
think I've
jorts
ever
that
seen
we wore in middle school. Like we
Jenko,
ran
Jenko shorts.
we ran around with long jean shorts,
I mean,
not
I
cut
guess.
off, but like
the
intentional
jeans,
jean
yeah.
shorts, like hemmed at the bottom and knee length.
I
Oh,
was just looking at these girls and they were really nice, and I was, playing. What is the game where you throw the
Bocce ball?
cornhole
bags.
Oh,
Bags?
Bags.
So
It has many names.
We were playing that in the driveway, and so I was like trying to be cool and chat with them because naturally, I'm cool and like to chat with 16-year-olds. I had nothing in common with them, by the way. They were talking about all these social media trends that I'd never heard of before. I was trying to be like, oh yeah,
Are we going
yeah.
to do a social media episode, or
Yes.
should we talk about the wall?
No, we should no.
We'll save it for
Yeah.
the social
Wait, we
media
gotta finish
episode.
the story.
And
Very interesting.
The social meds.
basically, I didn't understand anything that was going on with them, and I didn't understand what they were wearing, and I wanted to make a few recommendations. I didn't make any recommendations because what I realized is I was totally them.
Yeah, wait, were they talking to you or were they talking to each other with you standing there?
They were mostly talking to each other with me standing there.
So you were
Yeah.
just kind of
They-
listening in.
They would occasionally like look at me and smile, which made me feel like I was included. But I'm pretty sure they were like, "Who's the
Talking
old
about you,
chick
maybe?
that's
That was
standing
very
here?"
Mean Girls generous of them.
It really was.
They're like, throw the old lady a bone.
You should have
It's
shown them
probably-
a picture of you in high school.
It's probably because I had brought a gift, and so they
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
"We got to be
Obligated.
nice. We don't even know what's in that
Yeah.
present yet."
yeah, Mom's gonna have to
Let's
make
find
you
out.
rest,
Let's
thank
find
you
out
very-
first if it's a check.
It was gray clothing. I did well. I did well on that.
Good
Gray,
Gray.
great, gray,
Gray.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
job. Yeah. So there's a lot of interesting things. So I mean, we could obviously talk about how.
Are gym shorts still a thing?
Yeah.
Like
but-
they're still wearing gym shorts to school,
For who?
Yeah, so here's the
Yeah, I
thing.
don't know
All
this.
the high school students that I encounter, not all,
which is a lot.
of them, in general, I think high school has become a much more casual environment than it was when we were in high school. Maybe not much more, but some more. Like a lot of the kids I'm seeing in high school are dressing the way my friends dressed in college. In other words, it looks like they literally just rolled out of
Like
bed.
they're wearing slippers and sweats.
Gabe
Yes.
will never just roll out of bed and wear whatever he wants.
You don't have that. You don't have that power.
I will.
No, you won't. He's
I-
not going to live with you
I
forever.
do not. Well, no, but in high school,
Yes, and at a certain point, you're
Unless-
going to give it up
unless
and
he
just
unless
be
he
happy
gets
he's
a
going
job,
to school.
unless he gets a job and buys his own clothes. I am buying clothes for
Buys
him,
his own pajamas.
and I get to pick out the clothes,
Yeah.
and I'll make them cool.
You're going to pick out the clothes he wears each day?
Hey, I let him wear socks and sandals the other day in school because he
See,
really wanted
you
to.
blamed that on me.
I
He really
did. I
wanted
saw
to.
him.
I told you.
He
The
wanted
first
to.
thing I said to him
And I
was,
let him-
Gabe, who put you in socks and
Wait, was it
sandals?
the gray ones or were they the striped socks?
Stripes.
Oh yeah, no, that was me. I thought it was kind of cute actually, and I let him do it.
You see what's going on here?
Oh, wow. She's never buying him cool clothes.
Right, he's doomed.
He's going to be that kid.
He's well. I mean, he sprung from my genetic strand, so you know he's
He
gonna
doesn't stand a chance.
he's gonna love Star Wars, and he's probably going to succeed academically, and he's gonna wear socks and sandals. So good luck, Gabe.
Just today, he was having a fit, and so I let him do it, and then I realized it's kind of cute because a 2-year-old picked it out. That's why.
Well, you know what?
You get a lot of excuse. There's a lot of leeway.
When he's
for the 2-year-old.
14
He's gonna see a picture.
and he's going to, wear some t-shirt to school with like jeans that have paint on them or something, or,
Whatever's gonna be cool then.
what's ever going to
God
be cool
knows.
then, you're just going to give up at a certain point and be like, fine, just go to school. And I
Probably.
can't wait for that day because I am going to
call you.
see a photo and I'm going to call you immediately and be like, wait a minute. I can't believe you bought him that.
I'll say Betsy was right. Oh my god.
Curse you, world.
The end of the world is happening.
Oh my god. So it's a very casual environment. I feel like it has become a very relaxed environment. But what I do notice is that the girls, at least,
Yeah.
still really put effort in, even when they're dressed like they just rolled out of bed.
Oh, the makeup's
It's like
still
this
done.
intentional. Look at how I just rolled out of bed that
For
I
sure.
spent an hour and a half
Abercrombie
preparing.
jeans with the phrase. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's the intentional casual,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, look how pretty I am when I just roll out of bed. You're not fooling anyone.
Oh,
You're
it's-
not. Well, actually,
it's
you
not just-
are.
it's not
You
just-
are fooling high school
it's
boys.
like the women who just wear yoga pants all the time and they're like, "Oh, I
Well,
just got out of my
yeah,
class."
exactly.
No, you didn't.
But
You
I'm
just
s-
didn't want to put on real pants.
But I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, that's that's me every Saturday and Sunday. Truly. I mean,
I think you look very nice right now.
Well, today I showered.
Oh.
I stuck Gabe
Nice.
on my bed with. Stuck Gabe on my bed watching Wheels on the Bus so I could actually take a shower because Matt was gone.
Okay, but you're not a high school student. You have responsibilities, right? So
Right.
the fact that on a weekend with a 2-year-old running around and me disappearing for half the day to go do different things, that you managed to even like put on deodorant is impressive to me. For a high
She
school,
didn't actually say she put on deodorant.
that's true.
did not
She
say-
did.
You might have just
She
called her out.
didn't. But for a high school student who has, and as much as they like to fuss about it, have literally no obligations
Yeah.
and no responsibility. Like your only job is get out of bed, clean yourself, and get to a place.
I have troubles with so I was raised by my mother and my grandmother my grandmother never left the house without a belt if she was wearing pants. Like this is how like my mother never left the house without wearing lipstick. Like they always just wanted to be put together. And so I always feel that sense of obligation, almost like I feel like I just need to do that. When we go on airplane flights, I see people in pajamas and carrying pillows and their stuffed animals. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I'm still, I might be wearing jeans, but I'm wearing fancy jeans and a nice shirt and a sweater or a dress or a skirt or something. I can't dress down with things like that.
And we talked about that in episode 1. the super casual airplane flyers.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So here's the other thing, and this is going to make me sound like a total old man, but here it is, and I'm sure every generation says this. But these
Are
high
you about
schoolers.
to say what's wrong with those kids these days?
Yeah, that's literally what I'm about to say. And it's really the girls, although some of the guys are out of control
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Okay.
thank you.
I
Just
think that it's on both sides.
Scandalous.
Your dad called me scandalous the other
Well,
weekend.
you are scandalous.
I was wearing shorts and a sweater.
Ooh, that sweater so scandalous.
Like
Okay, well,
Mr. Mueller's.
I thought we were going to get out of one podcast without you singing something.
No, it's my new thing. I sing in every episode now.
That's great.
Wait, have you guys agreed on something yet?
No.
Dang it.
Well, yeah, no.
No, not really.
Not really,
Well,
no.
I think we could probably agree on this.
No.
Just hear me
Explain-
out.
could
Here's
you just
one example.
Explain to me what you mean by scandalous.
Here's one example. We talked about jorts earlier.
Yes.
When your jorts as a girl are cut so high that the pocket flaps
Yes.
are like 75%
Or
exposed.
behind. It's
Yeah,
right.
or I can see your underwear.
Yeah. Or
You
not
or
underwear.
or worse, you are scandalous.
Well,
You are a
there's-
scandalous 16-year-old scandalizing the whole neighborhood.
There's no modesty left whatsoever.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's nothing left to the imagination.
Right.
Like skin is in, and that is what they think, and it is
Right.
not true.
Skin is in.
It's not
Where's
true.
the bell?
You sure you're not a mother?
No, it's really. I hate it. I actually really hate it, and
I
like
know.
oftentimes Matt and I eat lunch together often because we work together. And I will say, as we're seeing people walk down the street, like, I have 5 recommendations for her. And, like, all 5 of them are cover up. Like, put something
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. A little
Nobody-
mystery, a little mystique is a good call.
But is that what high school boys want?
Well, let me tell you. I came of age in the grunge era. So, like,
Yes.
when,
Flannels.
yes.
Yeah.
When,
And
when
I liked the grunge era.
the
was
year
so
that I
comfortable.
started
I
getting urges,
Oh god.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Was like
Sorry
the
to read
year that Nirvana Nevermind was top of the charts, and like all my friends and I did was listen to Pearl Jam and live Lightning Crashes, and like so every girl I knew that I thought was cute was wearing padded insulated flannels and like
Baggy jeans.
baggy jeans
yeah.
Yeah.
to school every day. There was no skin to be found,
Right.
and so it was
And in
all
dark colors.
right.
And, yeah.
It was all about your imagination, and obviously things changed as I got older and as I moved through high school and into college. Like the fashion got a lot more skin is in, whatever. Like it shifted, but I still think there's a lot to be said for leave a little mystery there.
Okay, wait, explain this to me. So the other day, well, probably in the winter a few months ago, I wore a really cute pair of skinny jeans and cute pair of boots and a purple flannel shirt that I got for like $17 at Nordstrom, and it was originally like $200. Like it was a big
Bargain
big
shopper.
deal, right? And I asked Matt, I said, "What do you think about this? Because it's not normally something that I would wear. I guess I don't know wear flannel a lot." And he said, "Oh no, that's really cute." And I said, "Great." And then I stuck on like this big oversized purple kind of furry hairy sweater, which like huge oversized, and because it was warm and it was comfortable, and it went with the purple flannel, and you know it was cold. And that totally changed his tune. He's like, "You look like you're in the 90s grunge era right now." And I couldn't, so maybe now I should have taken that as a compliment, seeing as though I don't think you meant it as a compliment.
No, of course I did. Of course I did. I'm still grunge to my core.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you liked it. I wore it, mind you. I did not take that off.
Yeah. What I've learned about offering you fashion advice is that it literally doesn't matter what I say.
Sometimes I think you have good fashion advice.
Do
You're good
you?
with. I do.
I would
do.
not think that he has good
I
fashion.
do
Most
ask
of the
them
time, not most of
questions
the time.
sometimes.
Many times when I get asked, should I wear this or this, I just acknowledge that whatever I say is completely irrelevant. She's already made the decision.
I just want him to make
This
the
is
right one.
this is just banter. That's all this is.
That's not true. I truly do ask you your opinion, and I give him options like this, or should I wear this sweater or not wear this sweater? I say to you, should I wear my hair up or should I wear my hair down?
Mm-hmm.
And I go with what he says. It's rare that I not
Part of the
think
key
that.
is if I say it, if I respond instantly, like I'm not thinking about it, then usually she's going to go with it, right? If it's like the gut reaction. If I go, then she knows that that I'm actually considering it with logic, and now she just dismisses it.
That's not
But
true
if I go
at
gut
all.
reaction, like, oh, that for sure, then she's like,
No, that's
she
not true.
trusts
I like it
more,
when
I
you
think.
think about it. That I have a specific example when I wore my really cute red dress when we went to the symphony with Mom and Ted. Do you remember that? It was a cute dress from Anthro. It had pockets, which is really nice, a little A-line. And so I didn't know if I should put my hair
A-line
up.
made it in the podcast.
It did. Or put my hair down. And Matt said, like, you did think about it, and you said hair down. I'm like, oh, like he likes my hair. Okay, I wear my hair down today. I don't know.
It really
thought
worked
you
with the
thought about it.
integrity of the dress.
Well, thank
Nice.
you. Awesome.
Preserved the integrity.
It preserved the integrity that
Yes.
the designer intended.
Oof. Nice.
That's very nice.
So fashion.
Yeah.
Well, we've, as usual, danced around to a variety of topics on this episode, but I do think it's time that we come back around to the Facebook page. By the way, if you're a member of our global audience and you have not yet liked our Facebook page or subscribed to our podcast on iTunes, shame on you. What are you doing? You're missing out.
I mean, people are busy, which I get, but there's really valuable stuff on there.
I agree. And in fact, I want to give some props to some of the folks who have been engaging with us on the Facebook page lately. If you missed the photograph of the polar bear after our most recent zoo episode, you missed out.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a thriving conversation going on the Facebook page.
The zoo episode really did get some
It
conversation
struck
going.
a chord with people. Not with my wife, because she doesn't listen, but with many of our global audience. They got really into it.
They got really into it.
So if you haven't jumped in yet, you know what? Just take a risk. Put a comment right out there on the Facebook page. Make a snarky comment about something dumb I said, or say something supportive about Betsy and how great she looks, or suggest a future episode topic. Do something.
Or maybe, call us out on the Facebook page like
everyone does.
like our podcast pal of the week did this week, and totally shamed us both, and then followed it up with text messages as we have requested in the past.
Not just text messages, 4 a.m. text messages.
Yes, because
daily 4 a.m. text messages, which I'm sure my wife will want to thank her for too, since
I wear earplugs.
that's true.
So I can't hear.
That-
By the way, I'm on your Facebook page right now because I do subscribe to your Facebook page, and I've seen all of these posts, but I have not seen the polar bear, nor do I see it now. So
Oh no, it's part of a conversation. So we didn't post it. One of our listeners posted
No,
it.
Okay.
Jared posted
then I
it.
don't
Jared
feel so
posted
bad.
it.
Jared
Yeah.
posted it.
Okay.
But our podcast pal of the week this week, rightfully so, called us out because by we, Matt mostly, has really pushed this global audience thing. He's
It's
really
pronounced global audience.
I can't do that, so I'll leave that part
I
to you.
think you should try.
Global audience.
Nice. that
Makes
was
me
good.
feel like a sleazy,
Wait, what are you implying?
you sound sleazy when you say that. I felt like that was pretty clear.
You don't look like a high school girl.
Thank you.
So we got busted out recently by our
By
dear
a
friend
very good friend of ours,
Sasha.
Sasha.
And that is because I contributed a rant to a recent podcast about how we needed to expand our global audience.
You've actually contributed this rant to every single episode of the podcast.
But in specific, what frustrated Sasha is that I asked Eli, one of our other friends who has traveled the world, to spread the word about our podcast. And Sasha's Mongolian beef with that statement was that she is at this moment living in China.
Yeah, Shanghai.
And all I can say, Sasha, is I didn't think you were listening. So we are
Sasha,
deeply
I
sorry.
always knew that you would be supportive because you are one of the most supportive people.
That is true.
in
and
our lives.
I guess I should have known that you were going to jump in and get involved because you have deep FOMO, fear of missing out. And if there's something going on, you want to be a part of it. So I should have known that you were a part of this.
Sasha, let me just go ahead and also take this opportunity to invite you to be a live co-host with us once you return from your travels in China.
You won't be the first.
No,
or the
actually,
second.
actually, you would be the first live co-host because up to this point we've only had 2 guests in the studio.
Oh,
So that was
good
a
for you,
that was a pretty
Sasha.
bold offer on Betsy's part. Live co-host
Big
opportunity,
deal. Get it in writing.
first
Get it in
timer,
writing.
pretty special.
Well, and also the only member of our global audience to receive this
That's
time.
right. None
Yeah.
of our global audience has done this yet.
Actually, that's a lie. Vele is technically from Mexico, so I
Oh,
guess yeah. Sorry about that.
but
Sash.
she's not living there now. All right. Well,
No, she's not.
these are muddy waters we're treading into.
The point is, Sash, we love you
indeed,
And miss you.
and miss you a lot, and
Yeah.
are excited that you're going to be coming home.
come home from China, do what I do, and have several bourbons on the flight because that's a long.
It's a really
that's
long
a
flight.
long plane
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
And when you get back, well, let's do it immediately. When you get back, like while you're still jet lagged, because that's the Sasha I want on the podcast. Jet lagged, a little bit crazy,
Sash to the wash.
and angry.
And maybe drunk. If
Hopefully.
drinking bourbon.
Hopefully. So I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So as we continue to say, this has been Guy Talks.
And girl rolls her eyes.